What's a going? Good evening, good evening. We're here again for another session with Coach Sim on the Blue Coach. And may I tell you, say, my have one pretty piece of girl sit down to my right, your left. I must say the girl look good. And she don't only look good, she love Jesus. Miss say she love, yeah, like seriously love Jesus. Mrs. Nelson is in the house. Waynette Nelson, good evening.
Blue Coach of Flex. I mean, good evening, good
How are
evening, good
you?
evening.
How are you?
I am hoarse and good.
All right. It don't sound hoarse to me. She sound hoarse? Nah, yeah. So,
No,
you know,
well,
we
probably
do
because
it.
I know my own voice.
Yeah, maybe because you know your own voice. So, we have a lot to talk about this evening. Becoming on the way.
Becoming on the way.
Wow, I just love that topic.
Right? It's
I just
such
come
a
up with
play on
them nice
words.
stuff. Yeah, you just go on. You just go on with yourself. But before we get into the session, I want to big up some people, right? I'm looking to see if I see anybody on. I see a couple of people on. Please say good evening so I can see who is
Good
on.
evening. I probably need to be
Yeah.
seen too.
Yes, you need to
Good
go on so
evening,
she can
everybody.
talk. Yes. So, good evening. Let me see who is on. It's so good to have you. I see all 7 of you on. Please go and tell other people that we're on. Share it with other people. V. Hi, Veronica. How are you? I have this beautiful woman sitting beside me, and we're going to talk up a whole heap of things. But again, I want to say thank you to quite a few persons and shout out to Face Forward, my makeup artist. Now, I do my face,
You know, I thought
right?
you did it. I was like, no.
Yeah, I
Simone.
made on my face.
Today?
But yes, this morning. But let me tell you something. I wouldn't have been able to do it because this woman named Sharon Wint Levy taught me how to do my face. So you see, when you have weddings or anything, she's very good. She's one of them stalwart. They in the business. She did it from a long time, but she know her thing, and I want to big her up because if I go to her and my face don't look so right, she's like, all right, Sim, this is what you need to fix. That is what you need to fix. And me tough them way there. She patient with me, and so that's what's going on right here. So I'll big up Face Forward. Big up Sharon. And I want to big up Legacy Production International. Waynette. I tell him say my international production. Yeah. Yeah. Gemini Duncan Multimedia. The pictures, the posting, all of those things on my Instagram page. I want to big him up. I want to big up Bert's. Yes, up right here. Right here, put it in my shots. Yes, I have to big up Bert's because Bert's are one of my peeps. It hurts if you don't shop at Bert's.
That is it.
That is it. Right, Waynette?
That is
And then, last but not least, Sampars Cash and Carry, Derrimont Trading. They are my friends, but not just that. They've been out there with the relief program, providing thousands and thousands of packages. So if you need packages to send to Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, Sav, and that other part of the island that we know Melissa going with some whole heap of things down there, reach out to Sampars. All right.
All right.
So I want to pray before we start. I want to pray. I see Monique. Hi, Monique. Dawn is on. Natoya is on. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Moderator Monique is here. She's here to take the
Monique.
question. So big up Monique. Big up Monique. Big up yourself. Monique Cottrell is also a director of Sampars. So she's here. That's a Sampars person. But let us pray. Father, we just thank you. We thank you that heaven is hearing us. We thank you, Lord, that heaven has allowed us to have this conversation today. And we thank you for the people that this session will bless. We know it's all about you. We know long before we came here, this was already predestined. It's not about us, but it's about what you want to do. And so, Lord, we give you glory. We big you up. We want you in at the top, the middle, and around. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So again, welcome.
I thought you were going to continue praying, you know.
Yeah, you know Miss Alamita. You know, so you know Miss Alamita. I'm ready now for
Cute.
speaking at tongues and them thing there. But I also want to tell you about my coaching services. Please remember, if you're having any challenges at all, visit my website simonemignac.com. Let's do that consultation session because it works.
It does.
Trust me,
It works.
it works.
It works. I'm a coachee.
Yeah. So you see, It works.
Coachy is a word?
Yes, it is. You've
Coachy
got
is a
it.
word?
It is. Yes, it is.
Anyways.
Coachy is a word. Yes, it is.
Coachy?
Yes.
The Bible says you shall have what you say, so even if it
It
wasn't a
is.
word.
It is a word. I'm letting you know.
Alright.
Yes, in the business of coaching, you are a coachee. So, ma'am, Jesus, becoming on the way, how God shape you while you pursue the goal. Mrs. Nelson.
Why you not up on TV? Because
I don't know, you know, them
The
not
energy
hear
we
about me.
have.
Them not hear about me, Waynette. I'm going to tell them about me. I'm going to tell them about me.
the energy we
Let
have
them
needs to go up on TV,
Let them
man.
call me. Yes. She's speaking into being. You hear that? You hear that? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. V is excited. She can't wait. So, wait it.
Yeah.
When that phrase came to your mind, becoming on the way, what part of your own journey comes to mind first?
Politics.
Let's talk about that.
For sure, politics.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So I'm counselor. Was counselor. It's 2025 we're in.
Yes.
So I ran in the local government elections in 2024.
Yes.
One, so I'm counselor for the Hagley Park division, but if persons who understand the political space would have known that that election was due from 2020, and it happened 4 years after. So becoming on the way, that was what allowed me to start reflecting on who you become while chasing this God-sized goal. So Lord said this will happen, but it didn't happen until 4 years time.
Wow.
And who you became on the way while you're pursuing that goal was actually, well, I'll say it was probably more impactful than the act itself.
Really? Why?
Because I think that when God tells us, okay, even if you get a prophetic word or you know your purpose to do something, a lot of times we focus on the goal itself. The goal may be for our benefit and God's purpose, but He's more interested in who you become while you're pursuing that goal.
Oh, wow. He's more interested in who you become while you're pursuing that goal. And why you think that is? Why you think that is that God is more interested in that?
Well, honestly, I think that, well, from just my own experience, there was a lot of pruning. And if you know Jamaica's political space, it can be it's a thankless job, but it's something that you're called to do. And so your heart posture has to be in the right space in terms of loving people, understanding people, having empathy. A lot of Jamaicans don't know how to express themselves. And so the frustration of life will come upon them.
Yeah.
And it might not be expressed in a way that is palatable. And if you think about everything colorful about Jamaicans, it's in the political space. And so while you are doing this job for God or as unto God, there's a heart posture that's required. I think it's in 2 Samuel's that David said that he who rules men must be just and he must rule in the fear of God.
My God.
But in order for you to rule in the fear of God, you must first come into the character to know him.
Jesus. Hey! Ooh.
Can you?
Jesus.
Is Simone always
Mighty
like
God.
this?
Yes. Jesus. Hey, you know, watch me for the
No, the fact
live.
that I know
no, you're
you.
exposed.
No, because I know you, but this feels
It
like
is same.
you went up a notch.
Hey.
They need to put you on TV.
What you just said to
They
me?
need to put you
You
on
need to
TV.
go preach.
No, man.
You need to go preach.
Energize her body.
Straight. Monique, them don't know. Tell her about
No,
me.
man.
Tell her about me. What you saying?
No, man.
But
Simone.
that's awesome
You need to
though.
go power up like them to a country.
They need to send me
About
down
the
there.
power.
Wait, that's a thing. So them need to give me a show so them can watch it on them
man.
phone when they have light.
No.
Yes, a chat with God say. No, but wait, that's
Look at my couple
powerful
expect
though.
Simone.
That's powerful. That's really powerful. When you talk about the political space, when you talk about becoming while you're there, and the fact that you have to have a certain heart and a certain posture to be able to handle something like that. So I want you to tell me though, when you look back, is there any part of your experience that has shaped you? So you didn't know that you were going through it while you were going through it, but now that you look back, was there any experience that shaped you?
I think my constant prayer in 2020 was, God, give me a heart for your people. That was like the consistent prayer, because even though I didn't, I thought I love people. But the love that you have to be in that type of space, it has to come from God. And so I remember there was a heavy rain. One heavy rain did come. And a woman called me and she said, "Son, behave." She asked me for help and I said I wasn't in office at the time. And I said, "I'll see what I can do." And she said, "Son, behave. I want to behave. I want no business with people, blah blah blah." And then I called her back. I wasn't offended by it, but like she went off. Like when I say off, like 5 minutes. Only thing missing was a couple bad words. And I called her back and I said, "You have to learn how to express yourself better. Remember that I can't tell you that my answer to this is going to be a yes because I really don't know for certain and I don't want to give you any hopes and not fulfill it." And she started crying. She broke down and she said, "I truly don't understand when I see the water come in and I can't do nothing about it." And then I was like, the empathy, that's when I knew that there was probably a turn for the best, because the empathy that it required to understand that she just doesn't know how to express herself. So it's that frustration, it's that feeling of helplessness.
Yeah.
And I think that was a story that probably would have stuck with me. That helped me to understand a lot of people don't know how to actually express their emotions.
Yeah.
Especially in communities that are marginalized, where they really only know a few emotions. Is either angry or happy, or you just hold it.
Yeah. So that experience with that woman caused your empathy to increase, you believe? Do you think that you were always empathetic?
No, not in the way that was required of me.
That's interesting.
For this, because you can be empathetic with your friends, but to be empathetic with strangers requires a different level of and it's actually a different level of surrender to say, I'm not in your situation, but I have to understand what it is that you're going through to be able to relate and apply the same urgency.
Wow. It's a different level of surrender. And what would you say that would have required of you? What was the hardest part of surrendering Waynette to becoming that version of yourself that is required in that space to deal with these people, to deal with our people?
Or the response, because I'm very quick. I'm actually very witty, so I could actually think of plenty of things to tell you.
She witty. Yes.
But the restraint, so they will call, and I think it's just finding that careful balance between ruling with a firm fist but an even bigger heart. So that was the hardest part for me, to not answer, to know that I really could answer you, but I'm going to choose not to answer you because I understand that.
But what is the focus of that part of you that would think that you could, but you won't? What part of you is holding you back?
Oh no, it's not me. If it's me alone, if it's me alone, don't hear about me.
I know about it.
If it's me alone,
yeah.
If it was me alone, honestly,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a good thing. It's really just Jesus. I know where I stop.
Yeah.
I stop at the part where I really want to answer. And sometimes I do. Because sometimes they actually need to be answered, but the other parts are like, I could answer you, but let me just call my friend instead.
Yeah, but becoming on the way.
So let me just drive and say, God, you see though. I said, I really could have tell the lady for book her too, but I'm not going to do it because at the end of the day, when I come up, you're going to come fit me and I'm going to have to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes. That probably was the hardest part.
Yeah. But why do you think you need to do that?
In terms of what, restraint?
Yes. Why do you need to be restrained in that space when you could say what you have to say? What's the benefit of that restraint for the people? What's the benefit of that restraint for you?
This isn't just politically. In any leadership position that you hold, it's aspirational. People are looking to you for the cue. So people are taking your cue, and whatever you do from a top-down culture, sometimes it filters down. So it really is that you need to set an example. You're held to a higher standard. And even if you're not, because not everybody holds themselves to that standard, but I know that I am held to another standard because I'm not just representing me. So for the very fact that I was sent, you're representing God, one, and two, you have some self-respect. And you're representing the office. And I think that a lot of times people diminish the office of representation or just offices in general because of how people treat them. And in Jamaica, we already don't have a culture of honor. So you don't need to fuel that dishonor with
We don't.
with things that would just be synonymous with our default setting.
I love that you're saying that you're representing the office, but you're also representing God, which is first. And I want to hear about that representation of representing God. What does that mean to you?
Oh,
And
it's
why
not.
do
It's
you
not.
need to do that in front of people who them not buy your food, them not buy your clothes, them not pay your rent, them not buy your shoes. So
No.
why do you need to? Why
Actually,
need to do that?
I don't have a profound answer for that, because in our walk as believers, it should be your aspiration to strive for the mark, press towards the mark, and in that pressing towards the mark, you're assessing at all times, assessing the areas that you're falling short in. So there's no profound answer other than the fact that should be your intention to be better. So I'm not trying to be representing the office or trying to represent God, because I'm trying to strive for good works, but more so this is what is required of me.
Because it is required of you.
So
There's a lot
no
of us that don't know that,
profound thing.
that is required of us. So it's very profound. It may not be profound to you, but it is profound because it is required of us. We just believe that we are required to go into our feelings and deal with things because we have to deal with it.
Sometimes we have some of that to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have someone to get into your feelings,
Right.
because people will hurt you,
Right.
and they will say anything that they want to say.
Yeah.
But a lot. I think that even in that political space too, it probably shaped my prayer life.
That's interesting. Let me see if anybody is on here saying anything. Everybody's saying good night, and I think they're intently listening. But Waynette, you power pack, man. There's a power bank. Okay. Have you ever been pushed towards the goal, but somehow God was requiring you to be more focused on Him as opposed to the goal of becoming this person in politics?
Have I ever been pushed towards the goal?
So the goal is a focus, which is politics. But God is requiring something more, and you have to somehow pull yourself back.
No, I probably it's the way how rephrase that question.
All right. Have you ever been pushing towards your goal, whatever it is you think, but God was concerned more about what He's working on inside of Waynette?
But then that's what the journey is all about.
What does that look like, though?
For instance, so it's not just politics. I think that was just the first thing that came to mind. So even where I'm politically is one, career-wise, the journey is synonymous with everything that you do, whether it is to become a better believer, whether it is to become a better mother, whether it is to become a child. And then even in my career space as a marketing manager, I had the end goal was different, but how he took me, the end goal was probably the same, but how he took me there was very weird, to say the least. Because I was full-blown entrepreneur. I've never worked.
Yeah.
I was always a contractor to companies, managing their marketing, giving them direction.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, him said, okay, I gotta look at work. I say, I work. I work. Like, to work for people. And I said, all right.
Yeah.
And I had graduated with honors, and I never felt qualified because I used to look down on people with 9 to 5. Come and say, you have to apply for leave. What do you mean? No, it's true.
But so wait, it is something else. The people that have to apply for leave.
Yeah, because remember, I'm
Like,
an
she's
I'm
something
an entrepreneur,
else.
like full blown. Like,
Yeah.
started my shoe store at 19. I had a store at 21. Started a shipping company. Started a loan company, and those things were successful. But like 2020 was a complete reset. And I'm saying, all right, I gotta look work, because I said, it never add up. It feel like a downgrade in a life. Cause me make a clock in. I'm gonna wake up and clock in 8 o'clock.
It feel like a downgrade in a
Yeah,
life.
man, use my fingerprint and everything.
But so wait, it's something else.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
And then I said, if I get this job, I know says you, because But I had goals then. I wanted to become a homeowner, which seemed very far fetched. I wanted to delve more into just consultancy, expand my network. And it was the same job. It was the same job. That same job would have benefited me in so many different ways in all the areas of my life, actually. And I never knew that that was the path that God would have used. I got promoted in 6 months, became manager in a year. My salary raised 3 times. And it was what I least expected God to use. Like, you downgrade me in a life.
Yeah.
Me clock in. I have lunchtime, 1 hour lunchtime.
Yeah.
1 hour lunchtime.
1 hour. Eh?
Crazy.
And then use
Reporting to somebody.
Reporting to somebody.
But I needed that. So even in my entrepreneurship journey, becoming an employee made me a better boss. Because I didn't understand. I couldn't relate to the persons who worked on my team, because I've never been an employee before. So it was through that journey I learned that,
Yeah.
these small things matter. Look at butter and cheese we're getting at Easter.
Yeah.
It matter. Look at ham. Big up
Yes.
Mrs. T. They look at ham.
Big
They look
up
at
to
steak.
birds. Yes.
Yes, that mean look at Christmas spree. It matters, and
Yeah.
those things lift employee morale. And so it's so important that it had nothing to do with the job.
Yeah. That's
It had everything to do with another level of surrender. So the journey itself is so much more important than what you accomplish, because everything I set out to do, I've done that and more. But it keeps my character. It keep rubbing my character, because even though
That's
when I
good.
got births, when I went to births, because I
That's
work at births, when I went to births, they thought I was mean.
Yeah.
Because there's like, you're not even say good morning, and in my mind, me the sweetest thing. No, for
Tell
real.
me about it.
Man, of the sweetest thing, and they're like, someone, when people come around for like,
Yeah.
the girls, someone never like you. And I said, whoa.
Yeah.
Just saying, if I visit someone, I said, I could have swear myself in the morning.
Yeah.
Cause in my head, me and our best friend.
Yeah.
No, because I'm here to do a job.
And that's it.
I
Yeah.
walk, go straight to my office, do the
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Why am I need to talk to no?
Yes. So looking back, becoming on the way, how does that filter in to the role that you are playing now in politics? Moving from becoming this entrepreneur and then going to work to 9 to 5 job to work among people.
The thing is, God isn't one dimensional, so it doesn't fit. It doesn't filter into politics alone. I occupy several different roles. I think everything comes together,
Right.
and that's the beauty of it. So it's not just politics. It's actually, so it's not politics and then me. It's Waynette doing Waynette being expressed in several different ways, and politics is just an expression of that. So it's just an expression of governance and putting structures together, planning events, grooming and raising people to become the best version of themselves, focusing on their growth, because that's what you have to do, even in terms of management and pushing a team towards becoming and growing.
Yeah. So I asked you that question because I myself had to do a 9 to 5 before I owned my own business. So what I was trying to get from you is the filtering into government and other spheres of your life. You walking in a space and people saying they never like you, you know, say good morning, and all these other things that you didn't know about yourself. How did that help the process for you to becoming on the way?
Oh, all of this was happening at the same time, So
Everything happened.
everything it's not that this happened in 2020 and then politics happened in 2021.
Oh, they both happened.
Everything
at
is
the
happening
same
at the same time. So
Did you think that part?
oh
of
no,
your
man, many
life-
things somebody salt, man, suck a salt, because what's happening?
What's happening?
What is happening?
What is going on?
So it's not that they were independent of each other.
Right,
Everything
it
was happening at the same time.
Wow.
So I really can't answer your question because none of them
Yeah.
were separate.
Yeah, I understand. So, all right, so it wasn't separate and it was happening at the same time. But now that you're looking back, would you say that it was preparation?
No, for sure. For sure.
How?
Looking back, no.
Yeah.
The same, as I said, everything was happening at the same time. So as you learn the lessons, you get back the test. So you learn the lesson. You gotta say, all right, let me see. And you get back, and so you're cognizant of mistakes that you'd have made. So you're keeping a record of, okay, how did I handle this? So it's really just molding you. So some things that you come into contact with now. So like immediately, even before corporate, structure is a big thing for me. Things should flow with structure, and things without structure annoy me still. But in terms of filtering in, it's the same corporate approach that I take with everything. Things must have structure, things must have deadlines. You must be able to measure something in order to see if it's improving. And so all of those things, it's like it comes together. So there's really no separation.
Yeah.
Because as I said, so it's Waynette being expressed in several different ways. So it's Waynette, it's not Waynette the politician, Waynette it's just Waynette. And then depending on the day that you get me, the expression of who I am at my core, which is the person of substance, the person of impact, the person of purpose, is just expressed in several different ways. And so whatever I learn in becoming Waynette, whatever other goal God gives me, it's really what you have picked up along the way in terms of the journey being expressed in these different avenues.
Nice. So you feel like you reach?
If me reach, but I not ever.
Okay.
You can't.
All right.
It
So the journey
for
of
press,
becoming
it never stops.
Never stops.
It never stops. I think what happens is that we're just not cognizant of what it is because we're so hyper fixated on the actual goal.
That's it.
So God tell us, all right, I prophesied that you're going to own the house on the hill. And
Yeah.
you
Fixated
fixated on the house on the hill because
talk about that
and
way.
then the quad down and put more.
Yeah, the quad.
And you say, boy, the enemy will fight me.
Jesus.
Because why you don't want to put me in the hot house?
Why?
But what the house on the hill requires way more managing because you have to have gardener.
Yes.
You have to have your fish pan.
Yes.
You have to have the remote gate. You know remote gate get problem.
Yes.
When the remote gate pop, you have to get up to your car. And houses come with so much responsibilities.
Right.
And so you might think that, boy,
You're
the
ready.
enemy will fight you.
Yeah,
Are you
you're ready. Yeah.
But
and
really,
you know salt so.
Yeah,
and
like
you
a
don't know,
salt.
you don't know what is happening. You know, it's
right,
like,
but really,
yeah.
it's to
but what
be
is
cognizant.
it doing? Because I do
No,
feel,
right. What
Yeah.
it's doing are really between you and God because none of us
Right.
walk the same path or
That's
the
it.
same journey.
That's it.
So what the focus needs to be on is what is God doing at this time? What am I being called to either
what is God doing at
prune
this time?
or what is God showing me? What
Monique.
am I learning before I get to this destination? Because as I said, he's really more interested. And mind you, I learned all of these things in hindsight, and it was a revelation from God.
Right.
Because as I said, Waynette in 2020 wouldn't be ready for a lot of things that the Lord has called me to know.
So you felt like it happened at the right time, and not the time that you wanted it.
No, for sure. I was annoyed. I was why wouldn't I postpone the election? But then I wait. Remember, you're spending
Yes.
resources.
Yeah.
You're tired.
Yes.
They must send you out a road.
Yes.
You're being required to do so much.
Yes.
And then each time, and then remember, you have your own internal election callers.
Yes.
So you're here say, yeah, man, election of 2021 February, get rev up now. You spend out your resources. You're on the ground, you're doing the work, and it's taxing.
Yeah.
And then you're saying, no bother.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
of course, it's very annoying.
I mean, how was that for you? No, I want you to tell me about that time or that season when all of that fell apart in a sense, and now you were called to shift your focus
To shift my focus to what?
to just not having it at that time because it's now put off.
Oh no, I would complain. Like you should see my journal entries. I would complain and say, what you do? Because but it really just shifted to other
You
things.
shifted to other things.
So okay. This is put off.
Yes.
Go back to it was always instructions.
Yes.
Go back to this.
Yes.
You're not doing this correctly.
Right.
Change this.
Yes.
Or I'd ask for strategy to mobilize because I also went into a division I never knew.
Right.
People who somewhat of a resistance. And it would be God that would help me walk that out. And it was so necessary because over that time, I learned the people. I knew them by name. I was there for the 4 years, which was very necessary
that's
because
beautiful.
if it had happened at the
Yes,
time,
that's nice.
you'd have get, yeah, my whole is still one time, my election time. We don't know, no.
Yeah.
But the mileage of that, I had a lot of currency with people, not because of money, but because I've been there. I was there. And so as a result of that, that actually worked to my advantage. So what I thought was a setback was actually a setup because I would have come against a whole heap of money.
Yeah.
And
You wouldn't have been ready.
I wouldn't have been ready, one, and then it really a lot what I had in terms of relationship was a bigger and better currency than anything that money could buy or influence. So no, looking back at it, no, it was annoying for sure, but it was necessary.
It was necessary. So I want to. I don't hear anybody asking me any question. I will up on there, but on quiet. But I don't know if you are in that season. No, that season where you're waiting or you're looking at your life and you're wondering what's going on and you feel like nothing is happening. It's almost like there's a delay in your process. But what Waynette is saying and what we are saying, that the delay is very necessary so that you can grow into this thing that you think you desire and you're ready for. Because a lot of us feel like we're ready for stuff, but when you get to the actual space, Waynette, you're not really ready at all. Yeah, you're not ready at all.
Not every delay. There's so well. First of all,
Yeah.
work on your prayer life so that you can have discernment. Because not every delay is of God or meant to teach you something. Of course, God can use any delay to glorify Himself, but not every delay is for the purpose. It's for that purpose. 'Cause some delays are quite frankly demonic. But not every delay is from God. So
But
it's
it all works out for your good, even if it's a demonic one.
not right, because the Lord
Based on
said
His
in
word.
all things will work together for good for
Right.
those who love Him.
Right.
But not you also need to be able the
To discern.
to discern. So it's similarly, the Bible said that the sons of Issachar understood the times. They knew when Israel ought and ought not to fight.
Yeah.
Because in that discernment, you
up,
will
Pastor.
know. Don't, Simone. I
Go on,
no,
sorry.
because you know some motivation. Don't. Yeah, and I can't say that here because I don't know who's watching.
One is a car.
No, right.
Yeah. Discern the time of the time. Come
Right.
is a car. Yes.
So in order for you to know what God is saying, you also need to understand timing. And the only way you're going to understand that is if you grow in your prayer life. I remember before elections, the Lord had me reading, what about the name again? Cindy Trim wrote it. I don't remember what the name is. But may I say, and it was straight warfare. And may I say,
Warfare.
why you have me reading? At that time, everything was sunflowers and sunshine. I'm like, why would you have me be reading this book? And it's like, I get target practice. Them time I'm pray for everybody. Some see Kenny right there. Some say, where's some more Kenny? And then I go through and we're praying. Simone.
In preparation. No, man, they are praying.
No, honestly, it's because we're on camera. Because yeah, stay on track for real.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
right. But then I was in 2nd Chronicles 20, and when elections were called, I couldn't pray. I couldn't pray. I couldn't. The warfare was so heavy. It was just so severe. And I remembered praying, and the Lord said, "You're gonna come back and worship me at this." I was reading. It was in Exodus, and He said to Moses, "You're gonna come back and worship me at this same mountain." Because at that time, it was probably my living room. At that time, I was living alone. Was an altar. And so the only thing I could remember or hold on to was that those prayers went ahead of me for sure.
Yeah.
But the only thing I think I could hold on to was, I think it was 2nd Chronicles 20. I don't remember. Yeah, so it was just Him giving Jehoshaphat strategy.
Right.
I'm saying I still had to go. So He was giving him the battle formation.
Right.
And He said, but this time you won't go this way this time. You'll go past that scent of Ziz and then stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. But he still had to go. So even though fear crippled me, like me afraid, me nervous, my anxious, but I still had to go and just believe that God, He said, and I come back. And when results were announced that night, I actually just wanted to go home. I wanted to go home to go back at the same place. So your prayer life, because there were some things that were happening, there are people who stood with me, but I had to also be able to separate what was happening so that I could pray.
So your prayer life is very important. It doesn't matter what it is that you are pursuing. I see Chantal here says sometimes we think we are ready, but God knows we are not. And Veronica says, so true a word, timing. Right?
And then
But
also,
I love how you say the prayer life part way. Hold your thoughts. And I want you to go back to it also. But when you talk about the prayer life and how important it is, I don't think we get that as people of God, that our prayer life is very important. I don't think we get it. I think that we pray, but how important we believe the prayer life is for the journey that we're on, because then we are nonchalant with it.
no, that's a personal conviction.
Yeah.
Because the extent of your prayer or the level of prayer that where God will take you is also aligned with what you're called to do. So if somebody is probably called to be an excellent producer, if there's no duality in terms of a producer and a pastor, somebody who is called to be an apostle, the level of prayer is going to be somewhat different. However, I think that, so as I said, it's twofold to me. In the Bible, when Hannah couldn't conceive and she was in the temple praying, and what she prayed
Right.
before Samuel came, before Samuel, right?
Right.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, wait.
You have it.
Right. So
You have it.
in the process, the Lord had to get Hannah to a point to say, if you give me this child, I'll give him back to you.
Yeah.
So before she reached that place, Samuel would have never come. She needed to have given
Needed
him.
to have gotten to that place
Right.
of surrender.
But
Yes.
out of, while she was pursuing the goal of a child, the Lord
Yes.
birthed in Hannah intercessor.
Yeah. Yes, intercessor.
So
Yes, he did.
while she was pursuing the goal of a child,
He birthed an intercessor while she was pursuing the goal
right,
of a
but
child.
prayer was very
Birth and
necessary.
intercessor.
But there is something
Profound.
that the Lord, you're pursuing this thing, but He's also saying that before you
Mighty
can get
God.
this thing, I need you to get to this point,
Mighty
so that you
God.
can. So it's so dual. Yes, you'll get the goal because Samuel had to come forth. You will definitely get the goal, and she got more. She got more.
Yeah.
But I needed you to get to that point where even though you're pursuing this thing and penina afflict you and all the things I'm going on the man until you say you're drunk when you pray. It's to get you to that point where you say, if you give me, I will give this child back to you. But in the process of pursuing that child, the Lord is birthing something else in you.
else inside of you. How did you keep going when the journey felt slow?
Maybe sometimes I stop. No,
You
wait.
never say nothing that matches your expectation.
I think like
How you deal with that?
There's such a necessity to be real with people. Sometimes
Yeah,
I stop.
it is very.
Sometimes I'm not even seeing for all 3 months long
Yeah,
division.
they're not seeing the division.
I'm so waiting there, but you know, sometimes I take a break because that's not something that you say, but
Yeah.
sometimes I see me, I'm never leave.
Yeah. You check out.
I check out,
Yeah.
and then you have to go back.
Yeah.
And then God will say, all right, cool. Because He understands.
Yeah.
You're human. So sometimes you have to recalibrate and then go back again
Yeah.
and hit the payment. But sometimes you stop.
Sometimes you stop, and I love how you say we have to be real, because sometimes persons are looking on and they're seeing this process of you that looks like refined and all complete, but they don't understand the warfare that you have to go through, the different things that you have to face. Yo, how much time you have to lick your leg? How much
Oh
time
no,
you
like
have to
I think
lie
I'm
down
a
all
slim
time
I'm a
your
slim
belly?
person now. I'm a slim person now. And when I came out of village, I did maga because I wasn't eating properly. You know, me not have the maga for maga, so just imagine me maga. Exactly. I was maga.
But no, I see it.
I was maga, man. I remember looking back at my swearing in photos and I said,
Wow.
Girl.
Oh, girl.
You know, in the arms of an angel, like you collect some money for me.
Arms of an angel, I said this
and
girl.
give me a meal because, but necessity.
Yeah.
Necessity.
Yeah. You think the process revealed some things to you that you never know about yourself?
Mm,
Were there any surprises? Yeah.
I became
Good or
bolder.
challenging?
No, bolder.
Bolder.
I think I got a different level of boldness.
Yes.
So like my friend who said to me, said, you just come, you just step in that space and you just own the space. And I think that's, you're a woman, one, and you're a woman. Sometimes you're in a boys' club. Sometimes you're in spaces where you need to command that respect, and so you really don't have. But in the pursuit of that, and you become bolder. It's not just for politics. So it just filtered out into everything else. So I think I moved from a place of probably I was never shy per se.
Right.
I'm selectively shy.
can't
Some things I
imagine
just
you
don't
shy.
want to do.
Oh, you just not want to do it, but
And
you're
then
not shy.
I'm gonna like excitement.
And I like excitement.
So it's very hard to imagine, but I don't like excitement. Like excitement make me cringe. Like just be normal.
But you know, so politics is a very exciting, colorful life.
No,
So-
that's
oh, you
not
reach up in
excite.
there,
That's
so
not excitement. Politics is not excitement.
that excitement to you.
No, politics
Okay.
isn't excitement. Excitement is on the part of people who love their party.
Okay.
But representation isn't excitement.
an
You actually have to
exciting-
be very level-headed. So yes, time and place. If you're having a rally, there will
Right.
be excitement, but politics isn't excitement.
It's not exciting.
It's what people perceive political activities to be.
To be
But the act of
exciting.
representing people is not
interesting.
exciting.
You have to be level-headed.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You ever have any moments where you felt like you didn't, you're not prepared, but God met you at that place where you were feel like it wasn't enough? You never have what you needed for a particular situation, but then God meets you there. Any major thing that stand out in your mind that you can share?
If I've had a situation where I felt
Yeah.
like I wasn't prepared and God
Yeah.
met me there.
Yeah, God met you there.
I will about situation, none just now comes to me right now. You know, I'm not find it, but I'm gonna find it. I'll come back to it.
But there
No,
is a
for
scenario.
sure.
Yeah.
Plenty, marriage, everything.
Yeah.
Anybody who said I'm prepared for marriage need to go back. No, lies.
Listen.
Like if you
Lies.
ever find yourself saying I'm ready, turn back.
Lies.
Turn back.
Yeah, tell them the truth.
turn back, man.
Yeah.
So is it Kenny yourself
Say
back?
facts. Kenil says facts, but it is true. But a lot of times we don't get that. And that's important too.
That's the
because
problem.
Yeah.
Nobody's being real with us.
Nobody no want to be real.
So when you get into it, you're like,
yeah.
oh, Shazam.
Shazam.
Because,
Yeah.
you know,
it comes with a lot.
and we're on air.
Yeah, and we're on air. But yeah.
No, man.
God have to meet you at a
God
certain
have to meet you this one.
Yeah, he has to.
Because when you think about marriage, is seeing the person and the purpose that God has for that person and responding to the person that God sees and not the person in front of you.
Because that person is being
And
processed.
that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of resolve. It takes a lot of stick-to-itivity. And it is very trying because sometimes I say, boy, man of God, so I'm going to answer you.
Yeah.
But, Kenny, why you laughing?
But been there, done that, and wear the t-shirt. Yeah, she's a prophesy. She's everything.
No,
Intercessor,
man.
prophet, and pastor tonight.
So you can...
Pan the blue coach, yeah.
No.
Counselor,
So
everybody.
you can... Anybody who ever comes to you and say, you know, so I'm ready for marriage, and about
Yes.
because marriage take me by surprise. I remember me willing to my Jesus and my skin glowing.
Still a glow.
Ear bust down. I got my
man.
church.
Yeah.
A man come and see me like, "Mister, what am I?" And the devil said, "Yo, because I'm not Jesus." Can you say
A
good
good
youth?
youth. A good youth. But yeah, but God has to process you. He has to take you to that place to meet that. To
No
meet
man.
it. Yeah.
If you think
Yeah.
if you are listening to this,
Yeah. I get
and
a
you
whole
think
laugh,
that you
know.
are ready for marriage,
Yeah.
I admonish you,
Yes.
most excellent Theophilus, turn back. You're not ready.
You're not ready.
Turn back because you'll never be ready.
Never be ready. Never be
Yeah.
ready. I want to read a couple of comments here because Natalia says, I agree the pruning season is tough and you do need a break. What gets you back in the ring to fight again while on the break? What is your why?
Oh, that's profound.
That's very profound. Thank you, Natalia.
What gets me back on a break? The Lord never stops pursuing, like whatever it is that He says that you're going to do, you could have. Because me and me named Jonah. It's like, oh, Jonah run away and said, I'm not go back because they're going to forgive the people in Nineveh anyways. He keeps pursuing you.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't do purposeless things. So if it is that the Lord is saying, all right, come to this place. Like He said to Abraham, move from here and I'll show you, and I'll show you a place.
Right.
But it comes when you move.
Yes.
And I don't think that I'm here to just impact myself. So when I think about my why, I think about my grandfather. But to be real, and is in no corny way, I must work the work of Him that sent me while it is still there.
That's the why.
That is my why.
That is
I
still
really
there.
want to please God. And I don't get it right. Actually, I don't get it right a lot of times.
I get it right
But He
either.
never stops telling you to get up.
Yeah.
So I sit down, and when I say my birthday long, I'll just decide to I'm not gonna meet my spot today. I'm like, God, bye. Them say, wait, is it not coming? Nope, not coming to the meeting.
But it's to please the Lord.
But it's to please the Lord, and then
Yeah,
secondary
I
to that,
do.
it's
The
to
will
make the
of
people
God.
who have sacrificed for me, proud to my grandfather, my mother, but in the pursuit of what God has told me to do or where He is sending me. And then this is not just because I believe the word of the Lord. I believe in His prophets. I believe in prophetic words. In 2020, when I went to church for my family to get a word, I said, all right, God, may I bring them God church, God, them off, get a word.
Yeah, yeah.
And that Sunday, I was going to resign from politics the Monday because I was like, boy, Christianity and politics don't coexist.
Match. Yeah, you don't.
I'm going to say, all right, so I make a resign. And I mean, end up get the word because the Lord said, don't leave politics. And it just kept coming and coming. And so I knew that this was something that God was telling me to do.
Yeah.
And so in that, in the glorifying of His name, when the light shine, others might see and glorify Him. So my grandfather, who I wanted to make proud, look at and say, God really good.
Yeah.
My grandfather got saved at 73.
Look at that. Have to work the works of the Father who sent me, because salvation is what is important to them. Hey, me need a basket for you need them need to drop some offering for that. 73 years old.
822-951 Scotia.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, so Natalia, that's her why. And Janae is here saying, tell us, Kenny.
Who's Jenny? My Jenny?
No, your wife.
Oh, don't worry,
Tell us
girl.
about it, Jenny. The wife, not the wife, not the husband. But
Jenny. Don't worry,
my
he's over here
God.
looking convicted.
Oh God!
Don't worry, him look convicted behind the
Jesus.
camera.
And Natalia says no one wants to be real; they want to sugarcoat the process.
Beer let them tell
Beer
Natalia.
lie. We don't tell lie over here, Natalia. No, we tell the truth.
Beer lie,
Michelle
man.
says, "Know that you are where the journey has taken you. Looking back, is there anything you would have done differently?"
I'm still not the wish, but the journey would have taken
So
me. This is
the
just a
journey
part.
just take her to
Journey
a
is
part.
just- it's just a
but
point.
just looking back at where you are coming
what would I have
from,
done
though,
differently?
What would you have done differently, you think?
What would I have done differently? Would I have got saved sooner? No, actually, because that was necessary too. I can't even say would I do it differently because everything did just so necessary for me to
Everything
do.
fell into place.
But there, and then other things that I'd classify as mistakes. But I can't ever say would I do it differently because
They taught you.
them
Their
teach me
lessons.
something.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean, and I know how you
So
feel.
what would I have done differently? I can't answer that because I don't look back at life saying, "Boy, if only."
If we didn't know,
I
you don't really have
and
regrets,
even
like-
when I do, because if we say we don't have regrets, we're
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
that you come to terms with your regrets
With
and you
your
process
regrets.
them.
Yes.
Through the lens of the Lord, and then you
Yes.
say, "All right, me can't go back and change
Right.
this." So and then that wouldn't even be politically related, but. I don't have an answer to that.
I understand.
Because
understand.
everything that, even if I should go back and say, boy, I wish I wasn't so harsh.
Yeah. It
Gotta
taught you
find somewhere
that
else,
you were
somewhere else.
That's how you would have known that you're harsh.
Right,
And
because
you had to change.
my employees would tell me, say, you know, see, you're rough.
Yeah.
I would have to go to work to learn that.
Yeah.
For myself, I said, boy, you know. And personally, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I think they have a good boss now. If they catch me 3 years ago, they would hate me.
But God has rubbed in the oil. Oh my God.
You're so dramatic.
When you know, say God has stretched you, me that drama kid. When do you know that God is stretching you as opposed to the devil attack you?
Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you know, and sometimes you actually just don't know. And I guess that's where I'll just plug the fact that you need community.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you think that,
Beautiful.
boy, because I don't run for call the people in my circle, but like, tell me if I'm a bit extra. Tell me if this is the devil or it's really just my trauma coming to fore here. And when I don't know, I'm praying about it, but I'm also seeking. Wisdom is found in the multitude of counsel. So sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it's in prayer that you see. Sometimes God gives you intelligence. So you learn by way of information. Sometimes it's by way of download. Sometimes it's revealed in prayer. And sometimes it's just very practical because everything don't have to be spooky.
Right.
Sometimes it's just, Simone, waiting for this. Tell me if I devil or I just not have no manners because
Yeah.
so there is no
You have to have that.
one way.
Right.
There's multiple ways.
There's multiple ways of knowing.
But be
because-
practical.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us are suffering from spiritual psychosis.
Please say that again.
No, I won't do that. But go ahead.
We are suffering. Looking at camera and say.
Not can you
because
like this
most of us
point?
are suffering from spiritual psychosis.
No,
And
some things you think the
I
devil
would
are
love
fighting.
to have
It's not
you
that
back
serious.
on the Blue Couch to tell me about the spiritual psychosis because we need to talk about it. We need to talk. You see, these are the conversations.
You probably need to talk about that with a pastor.
No.
Yes.
No, wait a minute. We want to hear your
No.
experience about that spiritual
Them
psychosis.
drama where you come with, me can't bother with it.
Before bring on Pastor Kavana.
Yeah, man, Pastor.
And you sit down over this and then you tell me your experience, what the spiritual psychosis is.
No, man,
in
but
this
be
community.
practical, man.
But
It's
we
not that
have-
serious.
It's not that serious.
A lot of people
Sound
really
like
hear
somebody
that.
that I know very well. It's not
It's
that
serious, but
serious.
sometimes it really not that serious.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I think the devil fights you, and really it's just the unforgiveness at something in your back.
Tio. It's just the unforgiveness. It's just the things that you never get to deal with or you don't want to deal with that's happening. So for persons that are watching, right? They're trying to show up. They're trying to do what they feel God want them to do. But they're not seeing movements. They feel stagnant. They feel like things are not happening the way that it should. What would you share with them from your own walk?
Shift your perspective.
Shift the perspective.
Because there's no way, you're not a pond. There's no way that you're not moving. But sometimes we're caught up in the perspective of what we think things should look like. And then that holds us hostage. And so you're unable, then you become ungrateful because you're unable to see what it is that is moving. It doesn't cost us to move. So if the Lord says that you're going to be a business owner, or let me use Kenil, legacy production is going to be international, but you scoff at coming to film Simone on the Blue Couch.
Yeah.
You scoff at somebody calling you to give you an opportunity to film a school project.
Yeah.
And you don't know what God might use to actually take you to that place. I remember not feeling like I was moving when I just started working. But then I really had, because it felt like a downgrade, because I was exposed to money before. I had money coming in. My ex did have money. And even though it felt like a downgrade, I couldn't see that the Lord was bringing me back to this place of independence, restoring virtue, because you can lose virtue.
Yeah.
Restoring that. And so I really had to shift my perspective. And I'm not about shift perspective at the moment. Because in the moment, honestly, I just don't
You
want to
don't
see
want
no
to shift
else.
no
You don't want to
perspective.
shift no perspective.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I'm right. So wicked.
Yeah.
But when you look back, when you look back in hindsight, them say
Yeah.
hindsight is 2020. It was the restoration of independence.
Yeah.
It was teaching you how to manage your
Oh,
own
yes.
funds.
Oh,
And
yes.
so sometimes we get caught up in the way that we think things should look.
Yes.
Because I thought my home ownership journey
Yes.
would have been very different,
Yes.
and it ended up being it was absolutely not what I thought.
Yes.
So it's like Joseph, God tell us you're gonna be prime minister.
Oh, yes.
But you have to,
Go through all that. You have
go
to
through
go
all of
through
that
a
first.
process to prepare you.
so
for
just
the
try
position.
to ask God to see His perspective.
Yes.
So if you feel like you're stagnant, it doesn't cost you to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Preparation is key. So you might be called to business. The business plan is free.
Yeah.
Learning is free.
Yeah.
Soaking up knowledge, going to networking workshop is free.
Yeah.
You probably have a couple people in your church or in
Yeah.
your immediate community if you don't go to church. 'Cause everybody got a church.
Yeah.
And that don't mean that God can't reach you. You should go to church though.
Yeah.
You might have a couple people. It doesn't stop to say, hi, can you help me?
Right.
Can you show me what can I do to improve in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Would you? And then a lot of us are caught. We think too highly of ourselves too.
That's true.
So if you want to, like Kenny, you book up on a. Say for instance, you book up on somebody who holds a major office.
Yeah.
Would you allow me to come and shoot for you? I'll do it pro bono.
Yeah.
So that I can understand and you don't realize that Lord is opening up a
Opening
door for
door.
you.
Yeah.
You just feel like free work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
But can't bother with the free
no
work
culture tell
and-
us say in
yeah.
exchange for exposure is slavery.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's the wisdom to ask God for His
For
perspective.
his perspective. I want to pause here for a moment and remind our viewers to subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe, share the content so other persons can be able to see it, and leave a comment. So when you watch the video, it's going to go live after we're done on my YouTube channel. I want you to comment on it. That's the only way persons are going to see it. Other people that don't see the page, once you comment on it, other persons are going to be able to comment. So don't be kind. Yeah, be very kind. Share the information because Mrs. Nelson has a lot of gems to share as a young person coming up, and she's very level-headed. And you may say, a lot of people may say a lot of young people are not level-headed, and I've come to meet a lot of young people. Waynette is one of them that I admire. All the time I tell her, boy, you're coming like you're born long time, long before your years, because you don't go like, oh, she thinks she is. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. Waynette, that camera.
Blue Coach done?
It's almost wrapping up. So we're wrapping up now. But I want you to look into that camera right there. And I want you to speak to maybe the younger version of you, which is not
Simone,
Waynette.
please.
But it's somebody there.
She does this. She does this with everybody. Like,
Yes, that is somebody there. Yeah. But there's somebody there that, the earlier version, they wanted to get to where they wanted to go fast. And I want you to tell them about
mental my
process.
old self or somebody.
You're selling your younger self, but it represents other people. Look in the camera and tell them.
No, because
That's a win it, Steve.
No,
But
because
she gonna do it, So she
no, because why?
Yeah, looking at the camera and tell them. Share
I don't
with
think
them.
that's why I'm not come back. But
You have to come
you
back.
can't tell me that.
You have to come back.
So
But
the only
looking at
thing
the
that is
camera
sure in this life.
and just tell them.
What am I gonna tell somebody now who's going through it? Who's going through it?
Yeah. They're going through it.
Okay.
And they see Waynette on the blue coach.
You see me upon the blue coach. Listen,
you
no,
want
you
to
see me
give
upon the
them-
blue coach. Just know that I am a testament of the Lord's grace.
That's it.
Okay, I'm a testament of the Lord's grace, and one of my favorite Bible verses is I don't remember the verse, but I know it. Who am I, Lord, and what is my house that you have brought me this far? David said it. And if God can lift David, and just think about the fact that the Lord had said that David would be king, and what he had to go through, to get to that point, but it made him, because it was his understanding of even the caves and his knowledge from being a shepherd boy, and just how he went to war and how nimble he was because of where he started. He uses everything. And everything is for his glory. So just take your time. Like, in a rush, in a competition. Just go and push and go through.
Beautiful. Sound good, Kenil? Oh my God, prophesy. And Natalia said,
You know, I
bring
hate
her
that.
back, please.
You know,
Bring her back,
that's some of the annoy me, you know. Prophesy. I never see something. I don't like
You're
it.
lucky.
I hate
You're
it.
lucky. You're
I
lucky.
hate it.
Prophesy. You say prophesy, we say prophesy. But Natalia says, I need to bring you back. Because you see, you don't have a lot of real people. As you say, that we have the spiritual psychosis. So it's difficult to find persons that are going to be real about their experience so that they can relate, so that they don't feel like the devil must be in my life or me must sin or something must do me crosses.
That can't be true, you know.
Yeah, crosses.
It's just literally surround yourself with good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, people say, you know, in my shoes, sometimes somebody needs to not be in your shoes.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But Mrs. Nelson, thank you so very much. You did an amazing job. Of course, we never expect any less. All right.
So you're welcome, Simone.
Oh, yeah. And guys, look out
Full
for
of
our
excitement,
session
man.
next week, Friday. We're going to talk about holding grudges, part 3. That's going to be on fire.
It's 3 parts.
Yeah.
So much
3
grudge people are.
Listen, at 3 part with Kadia. This is
No,
the
so much
third
grudge
part.
people are.
Yes.
First we know it.
Third.
That's
Because
crazy.
when we were going through it, we recognized that the grudges were a lot that we were just going through and not dealing with. Again, you don't have real people having real conversations, so persons are able to open up. So next week, Friday, we're going to do that. And on the 19th is my final session for the year. That's going to be an exciting one. Oh, yes. We're going to be in PJs and all. We're going to have a coffee tea, with cocoa tea. And we are going to chat about 2025 and entering into 2026. So, I'll see you next week, Friday. Ta-ta. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Monique and Natalia.
You should bring Monique.
Yeah, Monique is coming for 2026. Monique Cottrell, that is. She'll be sitting on the blue couch. We'll talk about it already, so she'll know. But thank you.
You're welcome.
You're going with yourself, all right?
Simone.